Not gonna lie, bro. I think 2022, Lil Baby had the best year.
Yeah.
I think you ran those numbers, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Who else had that many great songs in 2022 and plus an amazing album as well?
Joe, I think Holden's a track cars.
What the
Yeah, I think they're
fuck
track
you-
cars.
What the fuck are you on?
Yes.
Holden's
yes,
track
Holden.
cars. Nah, you're full of shit.
What do you mean I'm full of shit?
You're
I
full of
reckon
shit.
they're track cars.
They're not track cars. Name
No.
me one Holden car that's a track car.
Okay, fine. How about this? Okay? What if I were to get you,
Yeah.
right, a Holden designed 4-cylinder turbo hot hatch that handles, that is engineered, and is crazy? How about that? What if I say that?
I would say you are full of shit. Welcome back to Wheel Spin, guys. And yeah, cool, no worries. Posting it straight away, I see. Now, today we are in a HSV VXR. Now, many of you might not know what that car is, but you're gonna find out by the end of the video, and we'll tell you why. It is one of the sickest hot hatches and most slept on hot hatches out there.
Produced by Holden.
Holden.
That's right.
And in fact, it's got an Opal badge on the steering wheel.
It does have an Opal badge. It does
Still a
have an Opal
Holden,
badge.
breathed on by HSV.
That's
so
right. Everybody might also know this as the Astro Turbo, but
Astro
it's
Turbo.
definitely not. That's
same
what people
motor,
need to know.
but HSV's definitely done its number
Yeah.
on it. Yep, definitely doesn't sound like an Astro Turbo
Yeah,
either.
but it doesn't sound like an Astro Turbo either. Great. Fucking Christina
Waves,
Aguilera just
Christina
coming in clutch
Aguilera, yeah. Wow.
Oh, wow.
This
that
thing sounds amazing. You know what though? It is very sturdy though. Like not
It is
too
quite,
much
it's
creaking.
well built. It's well built.
If you compare this to like a Golf, which is its competitor from back then, it sounds pretty menacing,
That goes
doesn't it?
every time, right?
Wow.
It just gets you.
Wow. Center console, it's all laid out very nice and straightforward. You got your heated seats here. Wow.
I know, it just makes you stop
Wow.
talking, right? Every time
Wow.
you go down. I am having the greatest time in this little hot hatch. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
The gears feel great. Everything just feels so simple. It's like, if you're just learning to drive or just learning to drive a manual, you could easily hop in this
You could.
and drive it.
It is an
It's
easy
that
car to
simple.
drive.
Come on.
Wow. But anyway, back to the interior, as you're dosing it. You've got a very, very dated interior.
That's
especially
right.
The infotainment.
It is quite dull.
It is quite dull.
It is
The
quite
owner's
dull.
got a aftermarket fascia kit for Apple CarPlay fitted to it. There is a little gauge here with some information as to your range, fuel consumption.
That's right. You know what? It shows you everything that you need to
It
see.
does,
really.
and I think that's all you really need in this car, to be honest. Like,
That's
it's
right.
got all the information you
Because
need.
realistically, as me driving this car right now, I'm not even looking at any of this.
You're
I don't
not.
care about any of this because I've got a 6-speed 4-cylinder turbo that's pushing out a decent amount of power, right? And I'm just more interested in that really.
The buttons for everything are straightforward. You've got the heated seats, your sport button, which we'll talk about a little later on, infotainment, your climate controls down here. Which,
That's right.
You know what? They're a little cheap feeling, but it is
They are a
also
little cheap
Holden,
feeling, but that's okay.
Astra at the end of the day, you know, it's not made to feel expensive.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. It's actually, yeah, wow. It
pretty
goes.
good.
It goes when it needs to
definitely
go.
goes.
Yeah, you definitely feel this speed as well because you're sitting a bit lower.
Cubby
Right.
spaces are pretty decent.
Cubby spaces are okay.
Um,
It's not too bad. The glove box has a good
Glove box
amount
is
of
decent
space.
size. If you have a look in there, there's a cup holder there as well.
Cup holder in
Another
there.
cup holder here, which obviously does its thing. But in terms of the actual interior itself, not much else is really going on. The steering wheel is quite nice, and it's got a very nice VXR badge on the bottom of the steering wheel as well, which definitely helps it identify as not an Astro Turbo.
Not an Astro Turbo, reminding you every day that you're
Every
not.
day. And also it's got an Opel badge on the steering wheel.
On the steering wheel, which is so weird.
Fair enough, but it's got a HSV badge on
So
the front,
weird.
so a little strange, but I suppose it is an Opel at the end of the day. made in the UK. So now I'll tell you what though, what makes this car feel special to sit in, these Recaro leather seats.
These heated Recaro seats.
Which you don't see from
Which is actually very rare, very, very rare.
Very rare, and they hug you amazingly.
They do hug
really
you. They
do.
keeps you centered inside. And another thing I have to say is how comfortable this car is.
Yes.
Right?
This is
Like,
unbelievably comfortable.
With the sport suspension and the setup, and it's lowered, it is.
Have you flipped it into sport yet?
No, I haven't. But it is still very comfortable.
It is.
It's very comfortable inside.
I thought it wasn't going to be that comfortable.
Absolutely not. I
thought it was going to be bouncy.
Yep.
Jittery.
Just, regular day-to-day driving, I personally thought it'd be more uncomfortable just because it's a sport-oriented car.
You can definitely tell that this was definitely made in Europe.
Yes,
you can
absolutely.
definitely tell because the suspension definitely feels
so comfortable, so well built. It feels very well built, I have to say.
I'll be honest, it doesn't feel like a Holden.
It doesn't. It doesn't feel like a Holden per se Astra.
Yes, correct.
Okay?
It feels
doesn't
a lot
feel
more
like a Holden
the
Astra.
suspension definitely.
A regular Holden Astra.
Exactly right. And HSV has done its thing to the suspension on this car, which is amazing in my opinion. I will say one thing, Sunil, like obviously we haven't flicked it in sport yet, and the suspension's doing a great job. Like it's comfortable around town. The gear changes are very nice.
Gear changes are good. Yes, the clutch is great.
This?
The steering is actually on point. I feel like every time I'm turning, it's going to exactly where I'm pointing it to go, which is pretty sick. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, well, HSV has definitely done its thing.
HSV has definitely done
its thing.
There's not many people that know about this car.
There isn't, and I think it's definitely, in Australia especially, I feel like it's a very underrated car, and it's not known.
Now, the most important bit now, chucking it into that sport mode.
Oh, yes.
Now, a very important thing about this car, when it does go into sport mode, and the biggest thing that HSV worked on was this thing's suspension.
Yes.
Now, Joel, this thing comes with an electronically controlled dampers. So when you chuck it into sport, everything's apparently stiffens up.
It does.
That's quite impressive.
And the steering wheel also gets a little bit heavier, and the throttle response is significantly...
Immensely picks up.
It definitely does.
Yeah, things are a lot quicker.
Yes. It does feel a little stiffer.
It does feel a lot stiffer.
I will tell you that. I thought it would be a little bit more.
Its throttle response is it's a lot more. When I'm just even lightly stepping on it, it's going now.
Yeah.
Even in its representative fourth gear right now, it is quite nippy.
You can definitely feel the bumps a little bit. There we go. Yeah.
There you go. You can feel the bumps a lot more now.
But it's good though. But it's not unbearable. Ooh.
Oh, it handles.
Wow, it's going. Whoa.
You ready, Joel?
Yeah, this is... Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh, it's handling the corners.
Oh, it's handling it great.
Wow.
Wow, this thing is handling around these corners.
Wow.
Oh, the tires, some super sticky tires on this thing. That's what it is.
It is running on the Bridgestone RE003s.
That's right.
And it's doing a great job around this one. I think it's a perfect tyre for this car, honestly.
It is. I have also gone the wrong direction completely.
But that is okay. We went for a send.
We went for a send. We went for a drive.
But that's okay.
That's amazing.
Oh, you can hear the crackle and pop.
You can hear the crackle and popping. It's amazing.
Like I said before, the owner does have an aftermarket exhaust on it, and I think it's definitely a great move. Yeah. Yes.
Let's make our way down.
Great car.
Let's make our way down.
Let's make our way down.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, Joel, we've just taken this thing for a drive.
Yes, we have.
Let's take a look at this thing's exterior.
Let's do it. Now, I'll be completely honest. It pretty much looks like an Astra from the outside, I'm not gonna lie.
It does. It does have its, finer details that HSV has done, especially from the front.
I will say, loving this.
Yes.
Loving the fact that there is a
HSV badge. It's so tough.
I'll tell you what though, it's weird that it's got an Opel badge on the steering wheel, but a HSV badge here. But it is a HSV at the end of the day.
It is a HSV at the end of the day. This car was taken up by HSV, and a lot of goodies have been added to it for sure.
It was. Now, looking at it from the front as well, it does look aggressive, doesn't it?
It is very aggressive. I am loving the grills. The two grills at the front make it look really nice, and I'm loving also the paint matched front grille as well,
100%.
mixing in with the honeycomb. I think it looks great.
The paint itself is really nice. I'm not sure what it's actually called, but it is a very nice paint. And I think it suits the car really nicely.
Yes.
Goes with the rims, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But overall, the front of the car does look really nice. The intake's down at the bottom.
It's got a very aggressive front design.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you want in a hot hatch is that, you know, what you see in a hot hatch is the front face of it.
100%.
Right? And, you know, you look into your rear view and this thing's coming at you, it's aggressive, it's nice, it's great.
It's sleek. Now,
it is sleek.
We've got to mention the owner.
Yes, sir. The fog lamp's here. The owner has taken it out and it is part of the cold air intake. It goes through here and to the engine bay, which is really, really cool.
Now, let's have a look at the side of this car. So moving around to the side, you know what? It doesn't look all that much aggressive, but I will say these rims look
Yes.
absolutely amazing.
The
and
HSV rims suited so well.
so well. And it almost actually looks paint matched to the actual body
It
itself.
does, right? From afar, it does look
It
paint
looks
matched to
great.
the actual car itself. Absolutely.
I'm loving the way that the rims look now. There's not too much else going on. You can see that there's a bit of a side skirt additionally attached to this.
I personally love the side skirt. It gives it a bit more of a sportier look from the side.
And the fenders as well, the wheel arches.
Popped out a
look
bit.
Really nice.
That's right.
I
don't mind the side skirts. I don't mind the side skirts.
They look nice, and I think
Yeah.
it's very fitting for a hot hatch, because the
That's
whole
right.
idea of a hot hatch is to make it a little bit more aggressive than the stock car.
Exactly. Spice it up a bit.
Spice it up
That's what
a bit,
we
and I
want.
think it definitely does that. Obviously, these sleeker side mirrors compared to the normal Astra look a little bit nicer as
That's
well.
right. That's right.
But apart from that, obviously you guys can see it's the two-door. There's nothing else really too special.
You know,
about the
it's
side.
really cool that Holden has brought out a two-door hatch coupe.
It is really
It's
cool.
so cool.
It is
It's
really cool.
such
You
a
don't really
niche.
see too many of those
That's right. You
nowadays.
don't see any of those these days. How often do you see a brand new one of these
I
coming
miss
out?
it. I miss it, honestly.
That's right.
Still. Moving from the side to the back of the
Back.
car.
Bit of a different story at the back.
Definitely doesn't look like a normal Astra.
Absolutely not.
Obviously
not.
you got your badging, so you definitely know that it's a VXR, and that's sick.
And this
That is sick.
is what you want. The prestige HSV badge on your car.
100%.
That's right. It's also got its single exit exhaust at the back. Amazing. It fits in nicely. It gives it the same sort of a look that the Focus STs go for.
It does, and I think it actually does look really nice. Now, on the normal Astras, I believe the exhausts are on one side.
Correct.
But this has been moved, HSV's moved it to the middle.
Correct.
And it sounds absolutely raucous,
Oof.
guys, and you guys have definitely heard it as well. Bit of chrome. I wish it was a bit more blacked out, but again,
You know, it's
really
going
bad.
with the aesthetic of the car.
Yeah.
You know, that chrome look with the paint. Now, another big highlight that Joel's
Yeah.
pointing to right here
yeah,
is that spoiler.
that spoiler.
I love it.
Love it.
I
Hot
love it.
hatches. This is
Yes.
what makes a hot hatch,
That's
in my
right.
opinion.
That's right, yeah.
You have
That
to have a bit of a
spoiler.
roof spoiler.
Exactly right. You do need to have one.
You definitely do.
It's
and it looks
so nice.
great on this. I love the paint. It looks so nice. But apart from that, the back is very Astra-like.
It is Astra-like.
It is
The
Astra-like.
only thing that I don't like in the Astra thing that they have done in this thing is the fake vents.
Yeah.
Come on. You know, but it really hasn't changed over the years, really.
It really hasn't.
Yeah. All the manufacturers still do it.
All manufacturers still do it, and it doesn't look the worst on this car as well. But apart from that, it's a very nice looking
It is a
rear end.
very nice looking car. It fits that category of hot hatch, you know. It's good to look at.
the market.
It's sleek. It's good to go. Thank you for tuning in, guys, for this beautiful car. It's been a great experience getting to review this.
Make sure you guys leave a comment down below what your thoughts are on this car, and if you would actually buy this car as well. And make sure to like, subscribe, and share the content as well. And we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Catch you guys later.
See you soon.